Eric here with Facebook.com/Eric the Conqueror or YouTube.com/user/the Sandman047. What up? Happy Monday. It is February 23rd, approximately 1:40 p.m. Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I know I kind of did, but it was a little bit draining. And just the weather outside is just like... I normally like the snow and whatnot. I love to drive in the snow, but this is just like muck. This is just garbage and mush. And it's very annoying driving in it. And there's just a lot of distractions happening in this kind of weather. And yeah, it's just like a couple of problems that happened. I was actually leaving, and you know, they say solid start, solid finish. I almost messed up my start, and as I was leaving, I was shoveling, pushing the snow off the side of the car, and I decided, I'm gonna start it, and I fucked up, and I put the key in while I was still standing outside with the door open, and what happened is all the snow on the windshield swiped to the right and came into the car, all over my seat, all over the thing, all over me, and that added like an extra 5 minutes onto my start routine. That kind of pissed me off, and I was starting to get late, and so I decided to just reset and just ground myself again, and I ended up avoiding disaster. Yeah, it really pissed me off when it happened. It was just my stupidity and me rushing things. That's alright. And what's worse is, even after that, I was driving, and the guy in front of me just hit his brakes really hard, and that pissed me off, obviously. Why the hell would you do that? Well, whatever, I should have been prepared, because it is snowing, and people generally tend to be fucking idiots tenfold in the snow. Anyways, hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a pretty solid weekend. I went out on Saturday night, stayed downtown. It was pretty fun. A couple of funny things happened. A lot of girls were kissing a lot of other girls, a lot. I mean, full-blown making out. And it was pretty cool and interesting to watch. I think that all girls are a little bit bisexual. And I'm pretty sure... I don't know if they're bisexual or if they just embrace their sisterhood a little bit more. They get into each other's space a lot more. Depending on if they're comfortable with these other girls or not. Yeah, girls who are comfortable with each other get into each other's space a lot more than guys who are comfortable with each other. I mean, for the most part, I don't know. I mean, you won't really hear much about two straight guys making out for fun. It's just not... That's not even cool at all. And yeah, so I think it's quite common for females to try out making out with other girls and just touching each other, and it's commonplace. That was kind of cool. This weekend took a lot out of me just because I was interacting a lot, around a lot of loud noise. I went to a pub, and somebody's birthday. It was okay. It was pretty fun, but it just took a lot out of me. Even though I wasn't really drinking, I wasn't really doing much. Yeah, that's all, pretty much. I didn't really have time to cultivate too much energy. Maybe that was a problem. I didn't really get too much time to myself. I guess that was it. I should have taken a walk, but I didn't. I fucked up. I should have taken a walk when I felt myself getting tired. But I didn't. I kind of just powered through it. It wasn't the greatest idea, but that's okay. At one point, I was chilling in a hotel room with a couple friends, and somebody had the audacity to ask me if I was on Anavar. I mean, of course I know what Anavar is, and I like studying and researching steroids, but Anavar is a fairly weak steroid, low side effect. It's generally considered like a lot of women use it because it's very low side effect, and yeah, it's just yeah. I was twitching and shit, like which I normally do, because I'm just like I'm kind of high energy, but my energy output isn't like extreme. It's just a lot of internalized energy, and I was twitching and wiggling around, and like this dude's like, "Yo, bro, are you on Anavar?" Like, because I'm kind of health conscious. Like, even I try to bring my health conscious out and extend it to the group, and hopefully to recruit other health conscious individuals, or maybe ones that aren't so health conscious, maybe to help them be more health conscious. And I just extend that type of energy, and I guess I just put off that kind of vibe. But this guy had the audacity to ask me if I'm on Anavar. I mean, I feel like a fatty, and like, yeah, there's no like. And I just simply told him respectfully, like, you don't really need Anavar or any steroid for that matter, especially not for my goals. Like, I'm pretty upfront though. Like, maybe at some point when I've reached a stage where it's appropriate for me to take them, I will. I definitely think that TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, is a viable option for older males. Like, even though you shouldn't need it for a while, but you know, it's definitely viable. Anyways, I just thought it was really funny that, you know, it kind of perked me up a little bit. Kind of boosted my self-confidence. I mean, although I'm a confident individual, like, somebody asks you if you're on gear, it's generally a good sign. I don't know if he was trolling me or if he was serious, I don't know. If he was trolling me, more power to him. If he was serious, that's quite awesome, actually. And when somebody asks you if you're on steroids, that's the exact opposite of do you even lift? In my eyes, I think. Anyways, I just think it was kind of cool. And look, beautiful snow. It's not so nice. It's not sticking so much here because it's kind of a well-driven road. But back in town where I live, it's quite excessive. Although this is nothing compared to most places. It looks nice. Personally, I don't mind driving in it. I just hate driving around other individuals in snow because most of the time people lose confidence, like, and they start to like hug the steering wheel and they become worse drivers just because they get overly cautious and like pent up and they just get stiff. And when you're stiff, like, you're trying to be more alert, but that actually ends up being a counter effect because now you're more stiff and it takes you longer for your joints to react. And yeah, I don't know. I think you should always be in control of your vehicle, even though when you're relaxed. I think when I'm relaxed, I'm in the most control because then like all it requires is just a slight like, oh shit, bam, boom, like, you know, and I can react to all the situations accordingly. Well, I guess people have their reasons. Anyways, I'm here at surveying class, so time to still. I had to break out my boots today because, you know, I'm gonna be outside. Anyways, long story short, recap. Had a good weekend, but I forgot to cultivate energy. So remember to cultivate. If you are like me, go for walks. Go for a walk every 2 hours to an hour. Like, just take a quick brisk walk and recounter and recap yourself. And yeah, so, and 2, don't be offended if people ask you if you lift or if you're on gear. And 3, driving in the snow sucks because of the people around me. I enjoy snow.